What is happening, guys? Gary Yaman here, back at it again with a new video. And this right here is all about the flip phones. And as you can see, I got two of them right here. This one is from Samsung, the Samsung Z Flip or Z Flip 4. This one is the Xiaomi Mix Flip, I believe it's called, Mix Flip. And they look really similar. One is, of course, like the copycat, like it really copies the Samsung, and the Samsung is just one of the first, if not the first. I'm not quite sure, but they are very similar in terms of how they look and how they behave and how everything is working basically. This one is more like a modern version of the Samsung Flip. The 4 is quite an old one these days. You can get these like below the 300 euros, I believe, or 300 bucks refurbished. But the new ones, I think it's called the Flip 7, C Flip 7. Those ones look really similar to this one. And this one is, I believe, a copycat of the Samsung C Flip 6, at least in terms of hardware and how it looks and everything like that. But the thing is, with both of these phones, at least this one feels a little bit more sturdy, more robust in terms of build quality. This one feels a little bit more fragile. And with this one, the Samsung, I actually had a lot of issues with this one. After 2 years or so, the screen would peel off, and like here in the crease itself, you will get like very ugly lines and stuff. And now I'm not using this anymore because it has this hinge default or hinge defect. It has this hinge defect where when it's vertical like this, it's totally fine. You can use it and be happy with it, you know. So you can do whatever you want. Once like this, it's not folded, but once you fold it, it turns off automatically and doesn't turn back on. So here's the issue with this one. And I saw that a lot of people were having issues with the Z Flip 4, but also with the other ones, Z Flip 5 and 6. Not sure about the 7 actually. I think the 7 in terms of build quality, it has improved, but I'm not sure if I would go back to Samsung again with the flip phones because of this issue. Now with the Xiaomi, it does feel better in terms of hardware and how it feels, like much more sturdy, but still this one gets quite warm. So it's not even like, it's not, now it's doing like basically nothing. And you still feel like here at the back, at the camera front end of things, it gets quite warm. So I do believe that this one gets some overheating issues. And to me, with that being said, guys, you know, even though they are very fun, so nice and compatible, or not compatible, compact to hold in the hand and put it in your bag or whatever, and, you know, taking selfies with this is really nice because you can just, you know, like this, you have the selfie, hello, that's me, nice to see you. You got like small little apps here that you can use and, you know, be happy with that, I suppose, you know. So the outer screen is quite nice. This one also has a little screen, but it's nice to have, you know. Compact, USB-C, quite powerful in terms of how it works. It's fluent, you know. It gets the job done. Definitely not for power users, but for more like casual users in terms of how they use things with phones. And I really like the form factor. I do really like it, but I think the build quality is still not really up there with traditional phones. Because in the end, you know, if you open and close it all the time, I still believe you'll get the crease will be more visible, and you just get a lot of like build quality issues, you know. And this one gets quite warm, but I like it. So there is this downside, and to me, when the build quality is really nice and really done, you can then improve, you know. So I'm really curious if Apple, because Apple now has this one here, the iPhone Air. So if you compare that side by side, it looks really similar. And if Apple was supposed to fold this one, the iPhone Air, that would be awesome. That would be really awesome to have a small iPhone like this, compact. This one is already small. You don't really feel it in your pants and everything like that. But if this iPhone Air has this form factor, wouldn't that be nice? Like, you know? Because now the iPhone 17 lineup, I think, is a very strange lineup where the base model is now the Pro model, and the Pro model is like a weird type of concept type of model. So yeah, and the iPhone Air is like, you know, a luxury item, I guess. Nobody really nobody really wants it, if that makes any sense. Like you don't really want it because you're missing out on a lot of features, missing out on cameras, you're missing out on like battery life and stuff like that. So it doesn't really make any sense. If I had to choose between this one or iPhone 13 mini, I think I would go with the iPhone 13 mini because it just has more features. But then the battery life is somewhat the same, I believe. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about this form factor and talk about, that build quality is still very important, and where the build quality right now, if I had to choose between those three, I would still go with the iPhone because I know this is very sturdy, and this one in the long term, even this one looks really good still. You don't see any scratches or anything, but the inside, the hinge, makes it totally useless. This one gets warm, but still a very nice compact form factor. By the way, if you want to see a full review of the Xiaomi Mix Flip, let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, the full review of the iPhone Air is available already. Anyways, guys, if you got any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. As always, stay safe, stay happy, and good luck.